Hello, hello. Hello. Can you guys see me? Let me refresh my phone real quick. Hello, hello. Oh, there's the counter. Can you guys see me? Yes, I'm live on my phone. Okay, let me get that all set up. Hello, everyone. Well, I kind of decided yesterday morning that I wanted to do a sale tonight. So here we are with the little pop-up sale. So hello, everyone. Welcome in. Haven't done one of these in a while, besides Easter, of course, but traditional kitschy sale, haven't done one, I think the fall, I think October, I did one of these last year. So hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. Oh boy, we have a new first place person in the chat tonight. Tracy. Tracy's the first one I see on StreamYard. William, she beat you today. I don't know what's up with that. Dusty Moose is number 2. Hello, Dusty. Good to see you. And William is number 3. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for being here. Karen G has joined me tonight. Hello, hello. Yes, Karen's going to be my bed ender tonight. So thank you, Karen, for helping me out. Kim is also here in the chat. Thank you for helping out, Kim, as always. Welcome in. There's my mom. Hello, Mom. Tomorrow is May 1st. That is just crazy. That's crazy to me. It's my birthday month, so I'm excited for that. Gavin is here. Hey, Gavin. Good to see you tonight. Tina has joined me. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. Tina, are you coming to Elkhorn in May? Did I ask you that already? Let me know if you're coming, because you're invited to cheese curds at 10 a.m. if you're coming. You can join us if you would like. Anybody that's coming to Elkhorn is welcome to join us for cheese curds. There's nothing like friendship and cheese, right? Right. Cindy Lou is here. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you tonight. Retro D. Hello, hello. Spark Joy in Life is here. Chafina, welcome in. Thanks for coming. And Jason's mom. Good to see you, Linda. Thanks for being here. Angela has joined tonight. Hello, hello. Bug. Hey, Bug. How's it going? Linda D is here. Hello, Linda. And Sharon. Thanks for joining. And who else am I seeing? Kim. Hi, Kim. Hope you're doing well. Miss Shannon. Hello, hello. Yep, gonna be there. Hotel is booked. Yay, cheese. Yes. I know. I have to get my hotel booked yet. But I'm going to be doing that hopefully in the next week or so, because they tend to fill up pretty quickly. Lisa is here. Hey, Lisa. Jason. Jason, I will eat cheese curds for you. I know we've talked about trying to mail them, but I don't think that's going to work. I think they'll just be a greasy box. I think that's going to work. And I think I'm caught up with the chat. If you guys are just hopping in, you can say hello. So I'm not going to hopefully be here too long tonight. I have 14 rounds. So I will, I'll try and get through everything as quickly as I can get through the items tonight. I didn't want to make it too long of a sale tonight since it was kind of a last minute decision. So who else am I seeing? Michelle, welcome in. Good to see you tonight. Sandy B is here. Who else am I seeing? Dennis just hopped in the chat. Hey, Dennis. Thanks for joining tonight. Miss Gutierrez. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you. Okay. I think I am caught up with everyone. So welcome in. Let me refresh my phone. It's already doing that thing that it likes to do. Is it starts off fine and then it freezes. So I will refresh my phone hopefully as much as possible. Susanna, welcome in. Taking a break at work. All right. Melanie has popped in the chat as well. Thank you all for joining me. Okay, so I know pretty much everybody here has heard this a billion times at this point, but I will go over briefly the sale, how it's going to work tonight. Most of you are very familiar with that. So I will be doing all offer up for the rounds tonight. So I have 14 rounds and it's pretty standard. So it's going to be the auction style. I will give you the starting price. I'll pin it up here. on the screen. Do make sure you're in live chat, all messages and not top chat before we get started. And I've already noticed quite a lag. I know Ariana had a lag in her sale last night, pretty bad. And Jason and Tina seem to have one on Monday as well. So make sure you refresh often. You can either exit out of YouTube to refresh and then come back in, or you can tap on the upper right screen, hit the gear wheel icon if that pops up for you, and you can hit playback speed and hit the 2 times if you're lagging behind it all. It will sound funny until you're caught up live again. I do recommend doing that as often as possible. I cannot stress that enough. If you're watching on the computer, you might experience a little bit longer of a lag than a mobile device, a phone or a tablet. You can find the gear wheel icon in the lower right-hand corner. All right, so I went a little backwards there. So the offer ups, I will put the starting price up on the screen. If you want to bid on the item, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will give you as much knowledge as I possibly can about the item, plus the measurements, and note any kind of issues, especially if it's a ceramic thing, if it has any repairs or tiny flea bites or anything like that. I will show them all to you live here on the screen. I will highlight the bids as they come in onto the screen, as I see them come into StreamYard, and then I will do a 20-second countdown. Hopefully that is enough time to get all those bids in there. And the highest bid that I see after that 20-second countdown has ended, that comes in before Karen's official bid end, will be the winner. I do have to go by what I see on my end. It might look different from you in your chat. Typically, you'll see your own comments first, but if you exit out and come back, you should see the correct order. I am doing the just in cases here tonight. So as long as you are an active bidder, so you've put in at least one straight bid on the item, you're welcome to utilize the just in case during the countdown. So what the just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JAC. Type that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case bid is the highest before Karen's bid end, it will bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Do keep in mind that multiple just in cases that come in there before the bid end, those do turn into regular bids. Okay. And if you win an item tonight and you have not purchased from me before, so if you're a brand new buyer, this part is really important, or maybe if it has been a while, you want to pay attention to this one. So if you win an item from me tonight, I do need an email sent to me with your YouTube screen name, your real name, if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that I can send your PayPal invoice to. I only do my invoicing in PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop with me. Just let me know when you send all that information that you want to check out as a guest. That way I can send you a direct link to your invoice, and then you can check out with any debit, credit, or PayPal. I think Venmo, Apple Pay are options as well. And do keep in mind for this week, since we do have another sale tomorrow night, on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern is Fantastic Finds with Jason of Mother Tucker's Antiques. I won't be doing my invoicing until Friday, but once your invoices are sent, do keep in mind that payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice. So I will combine ship this week with anything purchased tonight. If you come over to Fantastic Finds tomorrow night, I'm happy to combine ship those items as long as it's safe to do so. I do ship from Michigan. I do use Pirate Ship to do shipping, and shipping is not included with the winning bid price, so that is additional. So I do use Pirate Ship, and that is the discounted shipping rate versus full retail. So anything discount wise that I get, I pass that right on to you guys. So you guys pay the same thing that I do, and it's calculated from your zip code to my zip code, the weight and the size of your package. I do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia, and those all have the discounted rates as well. And pay no attention to the Mother Tucker's part. That will come in handy tomorrow. But like I said, we do have Fantastic Finds tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern here on my channel with Jason. So I know we have some cool vintage things coming. Definitely a different mix of things coming tomorrow night. So happy to combine ship for you guys for that. So I think that covers the nuts and berries of the sale. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Sometimes if I'm by myself, I tend to forget things. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. I will quickly go back through the chat real quick, see if anybody else popped in here. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. All right. So I guess I will go ahead and get started. I do have kind of a mixture of kitschy things and collectible things and different price points and all of that. I do have a couple higher dollar things. I will mention that when we get started. So the first thing that I have tonight, oops, that is not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, let me get rid of that. Let's see. All right, there we go. I have, this is like a little lot, if you will. Hey, Timmy, good to see you. And Heather, hey, Heather, thanks for popping in. Okay, so this is a little lot of items. So it's just two things that you're gonna get together. I thought they looked cute. You guys know I like to pair the vintage things together. So first off, you're getting this cutie pie little red bow tie birdie. These guys, I've never run across one of the birds before, and he's stinking cute. Now he does have paint loss, so this is 100% cold painted for this little guy. So he does have some paint scratching, but I never run across one of him before, so I couldn't leave him behind. And so in lieu of his paint, you're also going to get a cutie pie little birdie card. And this is a brand new card. It does come with the envelope. It has not been used. I just thought they are cute together. So it's not a very large figurine. It's kind of the size that would be with the chained families. It's just a little standalone. They did make just standalone little tiny figurines in that style. So I'll show you the card real quick. So it has these little bluebirds. Whoops. It has these little bluebirds up here. They're just chilling on the branch. Really cute. And there's some on the back side too. And it's not been used. So you can, if you want to, you could totally use that. And I do have the original envelope as well. So if you want to tuck that into a gift, it's perfect. Or if you want to display it with a little birdie, it's the perfect size. A little birdie is 2.5 by 1.5. I did not measure the card, although I would call this more of like a gift insert size card. It's a little under 4 inches, tall. But you're going to get them together because I can't help myself. Let me get caught up on the chat. Hello, Gail. Welcome in. All right. So, and Nikki. Hello, Nikki. All right. So Nikki's got the high bid right now at 19, and it's for the pair. So let's count birdies down. We're looking for 20 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right. Dennis, I see you're just in case. And I see Nikki's got a just in case in there as well. And there is the birdie bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. All right. So with those just in cases there, Nikki's going to take it for 26 over Dennis's 25. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right. Nikki. All right. Okay. And Parmesan is up here. He's napping. He's napping back there. He's snoozing away. So I'm not gonna disturb the slumber. We're gonna let him sleep. We're gonna let him sleep. Because when he's awake, he does naughty things. Oh my gosh. Why do I keep doing that? Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. He is a true orange cat, that is for sure. All right, I do have a couple harder to find Joseph original things tonight, which I've never come across either one of these. So he is at his best asleep, definitely for sure. Okay, so the first one I have, she's from the first series that was produced in Japan. So the very first Joseph originals were made in California in the 50s, late 50s, and then the very first series that was produced in Japan was this series, and it is called the Recipe Girl series. So as far as I know, there's peach, pink, green, blue, and yellow in this series, and they all have a little baked good that they're holding in their hands. Now, what I can tell you about her is I've never run across or seen any of the other ones from the series. I just happen to have a Joseph book that shows me all the other ones. So she's dressed in yellow, and she has kind of a scalloped bonnet. Now, really, the only issue with her, there's a tiny flea bite right there on her hat. It's kind of like a pinpoint flea bite right there on the edge, but that's it. She doesn't have any other damage. I don't even see any crazing on her, but she has baked a little pie or a cake. I'm not really sure what that is supposed to be, but I think the gold rim is supposed to be like a little pie plate, and she's just really sweet. Now, she doesn't have Joseph Originals sticker left there on the bottom, but it is stamped Joseph Originals there on the bottom side, and then she just has a little bow tied at her back. Just cute, especially I think that would be cute in a kitchen. I know, like, you know, salt and pepper shakers are great for the kitchen, but I really like these kind of figurines for the kitchen. She measures 4 inches tall by about 3 inches wide, and she's baked a cake or a pie just for you. It's like pink. So I don't know if it's like frosting or it's fruit, some sort of fruit pie, but I thought she was cute. I know I want some baked goods too. I know Mama Pam made some stuff for Easter time, but I think she's gonna be working on some other goodies here. I think when we have a yard sale, she usually makes some cookies and things, but I'm not seeing any interest in her, so we'll bring her back. I think I will do a recap at the end, and I'll bring things back again. All right, so let's see. Let me get that unhighlighted. So the next thing I have is planter. I do have a little planter, and that's going to start at 28. All right, and back in January, I had one of these, but I had the next size up. This is the smallest of the size that they made in these planters. And this one, the one that I had in January was a little bit larger than this one. The little wishing well with the bluebird and the deer baby. Now, the paint on this one is excellent. The one that I had before, it did have some paint issues in the scratching. This one is also 100% cold painted airbrush style on this one. And right down here, there's a teeny little spot that is got a paint scratch. And I'm really trying to be nitpicky about it, but there's really not a whole lot. There's maybe a little bit back here on the back, but it's an excellent shape. And it's made by Enesco. So it does have the foil sticker there on the bottom. There's no chips, no repairs on it. It's really nice condition, and nice and clean there on the inside of the planter. I don't think that there was ever a little plant or anything in there, but we've got little big-eyed. These are the kind of deer that I personally collect. The little, just big-eyed, big eyelashes, and little bluebird just hanging out. I don't know if Birdie is tweeting something in the deer's ear. I don't know if they're wishing things together, but it is just really nice condition on it. Measurement for that, it is 4 1/4 inches tall. I see you, Dennis. Thank you so much. And it is 3 1/4 inches wide, and then it's about 2 1/2 because the deer kind of sticks out from the planter that way. And deer has the little spots and everything. Just super cute. There's shakers that are this exact same size that they made as well, a little salt and pepper shaker deer that are the same size. That would be really cute on a table, I think. All right, so I see Nikki's in at 29. We're looking for 30 or more. I am going to count it down now. So Dennis and Nikki are welcome to put in just in cases if you would like. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you guys being here. All right. Righty, there's the bid end from Karen. All right, so it looks like Dennis had a just in case of 32, but Nikki had a just in case of 34. So Nikki, it is yours for 33. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Right. Nikki. Right. What do we have next? Oh, I have a little jewelry. I have jewelry for my next one. I do have a couple jewelry pieces in the sale tonight, and this one is a sparkler. I usually don't come across rhinestone brooches like this, and I found this one. I did go to Southern Indiana last weekend. We went to some antique stores. I have a couple videos coming out from that trip, and we also went to the Collectors Carnival and shopped around with Misty for a little while. But this is the brooch I have. Ooh, it's so pretty. It is Aurora Borealis goodness, and it just, like, the camera is really not even doing it justice. The rhinestones itself, they're kind of, I don't want to say they're clear. They're more on like the kind of yellowy kind of side. Not completely like white rhinestones, more on like the off-white color. And there's kind of gold tone settings in there. And look at the dimension on that. It's like stacked upon stacked Aurora Borealis. It's just absolutely gorgeous. No missing stones. All of the stones in there are prong set. Really nice condition on it. It has that kind of gold filigree flower, if you will, as one of the layers in the backer, which I like. It does have the Y back clasp there on the back, indicative of the 50s. It does have a safety clasp in good working condition. Really nice construction on it, very high quality. There's no signature on it. Usually when it's like this high quality, I suspect it might be Austria, but there's no marking whatsoever, no maker signature on it. Couldn't exactly find this one. Glowy, hello, I see you. Thank you so much. But it is just, and it's large. It is a large one. It does measure 2 inches in diameter. So 2 inches in diameter. And then the rise on that thing, it's about 1 inch. It's about 1 inch rise. Thickness there where it comes out. So I think that would look so pretty on a hat if you're not somebody that likes to wear brooches on your clothing. I like to wear them on hats or in my hair. That's where I like to wear them the most, or something at the center would be really nice too. But it's just real pretty, real pretty. Is the center stone a little bit bigger? Yes, the center stone is the largest one out of the bunch. Let me get a measurement. That one is a half inch stone by itself. They're right in the center. So, all right. So let's count it down. Glowy's in at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. And of course, that would look really pretty in a flower frog, in a windowsill too, I think. All right, I'm going to count it down. We're looking for 20 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, there's the sparkle bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, Miss Glowy, it is yours. Thank you so much. All right, Glowy girl. All right, number 5. All right. Yeah, so a lot of the things tonight came from our weekend trip, and a quite a few things tomorrow night as well. So some fresh finds. We got, okay, so the next thing I have is a kitty, and it's going to start at 16. Okay. All right. Meow meow. Oh my goodness. Look at that face. This came from the Collector's Carnival. There was a lady that had a whole huge table of cats, and she said they were her lifelong collection of cats. And this was the only one that I picked out from the ones that she had. I couldn't resist the face and the little ball of yarn. It's an excellent condition. No chips, no repairs. And this one is that satin finish, so no cold paint on this one. It's all fired on there, and they did do a little bit of high glaze on the eyes just to make them pop a little bit. This is made by Norcrest. There is the bottom, and I'm not sure the numbering there on the bottom, not the stamp, but on the foot. I don't know if she numbered all the cats in her collection. That could be what that is under there, but remnant of the sticker there on the bottom. Now, I can tell you that there is a series of these cats, different poses and different colors eyes that match the ball of yarn. So I do believe that there's green one and a yellow one that match this guy somewhere out there. But I think it's primarily just a white, like a white fluffy cat with little pops of gray in the fur to give it some dimension. It's a hefty size figurine. It measures 4.5 by about 3.5 to the top of the tail. All right, so it is a good size one. I know Joseph Originals did some cats that were larger in that size too. I know, it's so cute. Well, I can't keep everything glowy. I can't. My cat shelf where my Miss Priss and these cats, that's full. Everything else on there is like not my stuff, and then my Winking Kitty shelf is completely full. So if I get any more cats, I'm going to have to get some different shelving to hold them all. All right, so Dennis, I see you at 17. We are looking for 18 or more. Let's count Kitty down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Well, I suppose if I ever come across the Winking Kitty teapot or cookie jar, I am going to have to get a bigger shelf because they will not fit on that little one. All right, there is that bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so looks like Nikki had the high bid at 18. Had it just in case, but didn't need it. So Nikki, it is yours. Thank you so much for 18. Meow meow. I just couldn't with that face. So cute. Right. Right. We are moving right along. Number 6. Okay. I do have a Nancy Storybook doll tonight, and she is going to start at 18 because she does have a box. And this one, I don't think I've ever run across this one before. Maybe a different variation of her, but there she is, and I do have her box. So she's in the blue polka dot box. No insert or anything with it. So she is dressed in light blue, and she has kind of the silvery, kind of crinoline almost little overlay that goes over her dress. She does have kind of like a light pink bow in her hair, and she is Friday's child, and she is number 184. 184, so she's Friday's child. So there's a whole series days of the week, different variations. So she does have the jointed arms, but frozen body. So her head and her legs do not move. She does have her little pantaloons under there and her iconic little flat black shoes. Her hair is blonde, pretty good condition on her. And there's the back of her dress. And this one is just stitched on. So it looks like somebody probably sewed the dress in place. Usually they do have a safety pin holding it there. But it looks like somebody just stitched the dress in place. But I think she's in good shape overall. I just really liked the pretty. She reminded me of Cinderella. The ones that they have that are Cinderella don't really look like Cinderella in my opinion. I think she does, but maybe I have the image of the Disney Cinderella that's dressed in like this icy blue. That's why she reminds me of Cinderella, but she's not. I'm Friday's child. All right, Miss Debbie, I see you. Thank you so much. We're looking for 19 or more. I am going to count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it. Yes, Ariana had a PY Apple teapot last night in her sale. Yeah, and it sold for $30. Crazy, crazy. It was in excellent shape too. Okay, bid end is in from Karen. Debbie, I see you with that just in case, but you didn't need it, lady. She's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Debbie. Great. Let's see. All right, I have a high dollar item for the next round. So if you are here for the Bluebird, it does have a higher start price. Now it's not starting as high as it could be because I have touched up some minor chips on it. I don't always do the paint touch-up thing, but it was on the wingtips, so I thought I would go ahead and touch them up so they weren't gleaming white. So with that in mind, and I will point all those out to you, the Lefton Rhinestone Eye Bluebird Bank here is going to start at $60. And so there is some crazing present in the glaze, first off, and those are the original rhinestone eyes that it would have come with. And I'm going to show you the bottom. So we do have the original stopper. It does have a small crack in the stopper, but that's because the rubber is hardened. As I talk about with the shakers, a lot of times these rubber stoppers just kind of dry out, and that is what is happening with this. Although that it's still there, I'm happy that it's still there, but it is kind of brittle. It does have the Lefton foil sticker there on the bottom. Now, what I have done for the paint touch, I don't even know if we're going to get them to show here. On this little feather right here, there was a little flea bite. So what I have done is I've paint matched the ceramic and sealed it so that the paint will not come off and it will blend in so it's not the gleaming white chip. I don't know if I'm going to even get it to focus, but it is on that end feather, kind of right in there. The other one, see, this is now I forget where the other one is. There is one on this wingtip, kind of in that little gray area. There's one that I touched up there, and there was another one on this tail in that gray section again. There's a little touchy touch right in there. And I think that was it. So those three little spots that were touched up, I do try and make everything blend in to the original painting as far as the strokes and the feathers go, just to help those blend in. But this piece I've only ever found one other time in 12 years. These ones don't come around. I know Cracker Barrel reproduced these in the early 2000s. If you ever come across one of these and you flip it over and it doesn't have the Lefton marking or stamp and it has CB on the into the ceramic, then you found the Cracker Barrel one. But this one is the real deal. These can sell quite a bit more, I do know. These Lefton pieces are not getting easier to find. Measurement for her, she is big, so she is 6 inches tall, 5 inches, and then 5 inches. Okay, so that is the measurement for her. Just happy for springtime. Gail, I see you. Thank you so much. That's why I don't always touch up the ceramics, but when I have the time to dedicate to doing it, I like to try and, you know, give the piece a little bit better presentation if I can. All right, even though the little flea bites were not really a super big deal, but they were white against that pretty blue. All right, so we're going to start a countdown. Gail, I do encourage you to put in a just in case during the countdown. So we are looking for 61 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tweet, tweet, bid end. I love her. I would probably collect these if I had more room. I do not, so I am passing the bluebirds on. All right, bid end is in. Gail, she is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so very much. Okay. All right. Gail. All right. What do we have next? Oh, I have a choice. I have a choice round. And let me write that down. Dog, bird, squirrel. All right. So the choice that I have are between polka dot critters, and this is going to be a choice at 14. So I have 3 different ones. And again, I've never run across any of these before, and these were fun to find. So the first choice I have in polka dot critters is a little puppy dog. All right, a little puppy dog. And I don't know the maker for these guys, although usually when it's red and gold polka dots mixed together, that indicates UCAGCO. They did do some pixies in that style ways and some other bow tie critters, larger pieces as well. So just plain on the backside, but we have red and gold little polka dots on the pupper dog. Now I will say the pupper dog has a tiny flea bite on the ear, right in there on that edge. There's a little chippy chip on that one, and they're all marked red Japan there on the bottom. So that is choice number 1. Choice number 2 is little birdie. He's cute. Look at him. He's got little chunky cheeks. And again, he's got polka dots, but his polka dots come onto the back side. This one did not have any little flea bites or chips on it. Nope, I'm wrong. There's a little rub on his tail. I'm just now seeing there's a little rub on the end of his tail. All right, so that's number 2. Dennis, I see you. Thank you so much. I know, anything with polka dots. I agree. And the last one, all right, we're going to have to scooch it, guys. We're going to have to scooch it, is a squirrel. So I love these kind of critters. They're just kitschy and they're kind of weird. I don't know why they do polka dots on them, but I'm here for it. So this one also has the polka dots that continue to the back side. I don't know why they didn't put them on the puppy, but they're not. And this one does have a small little chip on the foot. So all relatively good shape. There's a little bit of crazing in the glaze. I kind of like them all together as well. They're kind of a misfit little family there. Jasmine, I see you. Thank you so much. So again, recapping, the little pupper dog does have a tiny flea bite chip on the ear. The birdie has a little tiny rub on the back of its tail. It's kind of not even a chip. It's just kind of like the surface of the glaze. And then the squirrel here has one little chip on its foot. All right. Measurement for polka dot friends. The dog is 2 3/4 by 2 1/2. The bird is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And the squirrel is 2 3/4 by 2. Okay. So this is for choice. Hey, Minx, welcome in. No worries. We are looking for 16 or more on choice. Winner can take 1, multiples, or all 3 if they would like. So let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right. Cute polka dot bid end, Karen. All right, so Jasmine, you get first choice at 15. Let me know if you want squirrel, bird, or dog. And then Dennis is going to get second pick. So let me know. The lag. All right, Jasmine is going to take the bird. All right, you got it. Jasmine is taking the bird. Okay, so Dennis, oh, you wanted the bird. Okay, no worries. We will bring back squirrel and puppy dog at the recap there at the end. Okay, what do we have next? Thank you all for being here with me. Okay, let's see. We've got, all right, we're going to do Miss Priss next. And she is also going to have a little bit higher of a start price for this piece. It's not an easy piece to find in good condition. I will say that. So she is going to start at 45. And a lot of people think that this is a sugar bowl, and it is not. I'm going to put her on my board here. She is the jam jar. And because the easiest way that you can tell the pieces apart, the sugar bowl does not have an attached underplate, and the jam or jelly jar does. So that is what that piece is. I don't come across it very often. I think maybe I've only ever had this piece one time, and she's in really good condition. I can tell you that. So I'm going to show you the lid first. So the lid here, just like the cookie jar that I have behind me up on the shelf right here, they all have these little tiny blue painted flowers, and then the little blue flower for kind of the handle of the lid. I'm not seeing any flea bites on the rim of the lid. Usually that is kind of where the issue is, just from putting the lid off and on. Kim, I see you. Thank you so much. And then the base. So we have remnants of the left-in foil sticker. It's pretty much faded out here at that. It's not a lot of red. There's no embossing left on it, but that is the left-in sticker. Now these dots that you see, there's 3 dots here on the bottom, and that's where they sat, where this piece sat in the kiln where it was fired. So they set it on these tiny little risers, and those little points where it sits in there does not get the glaze on it. Okay, so that's what those are on the bottom. They're not chips. It's just where it sat in the kiln. And then the underplate has the tiny little blue flowers that go all the way around. The only flea bite on this thing that I can find is tiny little pinpoint right by my fingernail down here. It is literally the size of a pinpoint. It's itty bitty right there on that edge. There's no flea bites on the inner rim. It is nice and clean in there. There's no staining. No major issues or anything in there. There's a little bit of crazing present in the glaze, but that is just the cutest. I mean, I'm the yellow winking kitty girl myself, but I do love me some Miss Priss. Definitely the cutest blue cat out there. Very similarly painted to the bluebird, with the little strokes of fur in there. She's just in excellent condition. Sometimes these little where the whiskers are is where there can be some issues. There's no chipping at all. It's just really, really nice condition. That's probably the nicest piece of Miss Priss that I've had. Even my cookie jar has a few flea bites on it, but this is just really excellent shape. Measurement for it, it does measure 4.5 by, so it's 4.5 at the underplate width and 4 3/4 inches tall to the top of her hat. Okay. Let me get caught up on the chat. Delights of mine. Hello, hello. And Caroline and Tammy. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for being here. Meow, meow. All right. I'm going to put her back on my board, and I'll give you one more little peeky peek. Actually, I did just see another tiny little flea bite. I apologize. This is what happens when we get up here in the 8 lights. There is another tiniest little flea bite. I'm seeing it right there. I felt it with my finger when I set it down. That is on the back side, and then the teeny one that is on this side. I'm looking real close again. I'm not seeing anything else. I'm not feeling anything else. And again, those little things that are on the bottom here, there's 3 of them where it sits in the kiln. So there's unglazed little, it's kind of, there's little pedestals that they put them in to fire. Okay. So let me get her up here. All right, ladies. You are welcome to put in a just in case if you're an active bidder during the countdown. We're looking for 56 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow, meow. Bid end. Okay, Kim, I see at 56. Caroline, I see her just in case. Right before Karen's bid ends. All right, so Kim had the high bid at 56. Caroline did put it at just in case of 62. So Caroline, she is yours for 57. Thank you so very much. Meow, meow. One of the pieces I've never run across of Miss Priss is the butter dish. I think that is the hardest piece to find of the whole collection because I have never seen it in person anywhere. So I know people on Instagram that have it. I know what it looks like, but I've never run across it in person. I do look for the Miss Priss always. Okay. Number 10. Number 10. I do have a handmade piece. I don't know, like I put my previews out and then I kind of got that done yesterday. So I do have a handmade piece tonight, and it is a kitty piece. So it's going to start at 38. And I thought this was perfect for spring and summertime. And I cannot resist the Joseph Originals cats, the little flocked. So this is a flocked ceramic little Joseph Originals tiger kitty. So it's kind of like a brown stripy little tiger cat. And I have added the little millinery flower up there into her hair, or her ear, I guess. Kim, I see you. Thank you so much. And she is on a vintage spool of ribbon. Looks like it's from Kmart from back in the day. We had one of the last remaining Kmarts in Michigan here in Marshall. All the rest of the ones in the state closed, and we had like the last remaining one, and it finally closed. So I don't know if any more that still exist. I guess I don't know if there's any more Kmarts open. So I have surrounded her with some vintage flowers. So she's got some little pink silk ones here. Some it's kind of a mixture of vintage plastic and silk flowers. There's a few other millinery flowers that are popped down in there. And there is a little flower button, and more flowers come into that side. I have signed it on the back, and there's the Joseph Originals foil sticker on the little kitty. And the ribbon was new old stock, kind of yellow satin. And I did the yellow because the little Joseph cat has yellow eyes. So little yellow plastic eyes on the cat. And I don't know where my black light is. Well, usually with these Joseph cats, if you shine a black light on their eyes, they do tend to react under the UV. I don't know where my black light is. I thought it was up here, but it is not. Measurement for the piece, it is 4.5 tall by about 4.5 wide. I do include anything that's kind of hanging off in the measurement, so it's 4.5 by 4.5. I know, I miss Kmart too. I had some good memories at Kmart. I know Mama Pam and my grandma and we always did the blue light specials at Christmas time. We would be shopping at like midnight at Kmart, I feel like. That was just happy memories. shopping at Kmart. And they had a good snack bar in there. Not quite as good as Woolworths, but it was good. It was right up there. Hey, Joe, thanks for popping in. All right, so Nikki's in at 39. So thank you, Jason. Well, you have found me some pretty flocking, amazing vintage as well. So I appreciate that. Okay, let's count Kitty down. We're looking for 40 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow meow. It end. Uh-oh. I heard Parmesan's awake. I don't know if he's going to come up here or he's leaving. All right. I see Nikki's got a just in case of 48. Kim's got a just in case of 50. And there is Karen's bid end. Thank you so much. All right, Nikki, your 51 did come in after the bid end. So Kim, congratulations. Kitty is yours for 49. Thank you so much. All right. Kim. All right. 11. Okay. Now this Joseph girl is incredibly hard to find. She does have a little bit higher of a starter price as well. I can tell you that the girls from the series usually sell in the hundreds of dollars. I'm not going to start her at that because that's crazy bananas. But I do have a harder to find Joseph Originals girl. She is going to start at $40. And she's good. She's real good. I believe the last one of these sold for $192 on eBay, and I don't even see them pop up very often on eBay in this entire series. Now, this is called, well, come on, camera. Camera doesn't want to work. So she is called The Girl with the Diamond Pendant. I'm not sure if you can see in there, but she does have a giant rhinestone in the center of her necklace. And she is from the Little Jewels series. All right, there we go. Now you can see her. And there is no damage to her. No chips, no flea bites. Maybe a little bit of crazing on the glaze. But you can see that giant rhinestone that she has in the center of her necklace. And on the side here is where there's a little bit left of that Joseph Originals foil sticker there, still present. All of the ladies in this particular series, the Little Jewels series, are very hard to find. She's dressed in light blue, so her dress is kind of a light powder blue, and then she does have some little tiny applied flowers in pink and gold accents on her dress. A gold bow up in her hair will turn her to the back, just kind of plain on the back side. And there is marking and a Japan foil sticker there on the bottom. This series dates to 1967. So one of the earlier series, again, and all of the girls in this series have a larger rhinestone, similar to the month girls that have a little flower with a rhinestone for each month. But those are pretty common. These gals are not. So they all have a much larger rhinestone somewhere featured on their dress or in their hand. Yeah. At least I wanted to bring her tonight so that maybe if you're out and about and you see one of these, then you will know how hard these are to find. I probably will list her over on Virtual Antique Marketplace, but I will bring her back at the recap in case anybody wants to think about her. All right, number 12, we have some deer shakers. Okay, and these are going to start at 28. Let me get that going. And these are shakers, so you're going to get the pair of them. There are figurines that look just like these, but these are the shakers. And they're large, okay? So we won't do the board quite yet. So here is the boy deer, okay? You can see how large this is. So there's figurines exactly like this. And this is pink. It's showing more white on camera, but it's pink ceramic rhinestone eyes, pops of gold, and some little green leaves for accents. These are made by Napco. The boy does have the cork stopper here, still present, but both of the rhinestones present in here. Now, I will say they're starting at 28 because the boy has up here in the antler has been repaired. It is very hard to see because it's in the gold paint. The line is not super noticeable. I probably didn't even notice that when I purchased these. And it's not really even noticeable from the backside, but I did want to note that that is there. All right, so the boy does have an antler repair, okay? But this series, these don't come around either. I usually find the figurines. All right, so girl deer, we'll get her out. So she's in a different pose. All right, she's just kind of sitting. She's got a little flower and a leaf, and also has the blue rhinestone eyes and a little applied rose up on her hair. So she does not have the cork stopper. Hers was missing when I found it, and just plain pink on the backside. So she has 2 holes and Mr. has 3 holes, and we'll get them up on the board together. They are a much larger shaker set, I will say. I don't know. They're not, I don't know if I would call these range shakers, but they're up there as far as size goes. Measurement for these, the boy is 5.5 inches to the top of the antlers and about 4 inches wide. And the girl is 3 3/4 by 4.5. Okay. So yeah, large and in charge. Pink deer. Deer aren't just for Christmas. I think they're for spring and summertime. I leave my deer out year round all the time. So it's just really the only issue that I could find with these is the little antler repair on this antler here. And it is really not easy to see either. Whoever repaired it, you know, cared about these and took good care of them. All right. So I see Fancy Araya Starlight. I see you at 28. Thank you so much. So we are looking for 29 or more on the Napco reindeer, pink reindeer shakers. I'm going to count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, there's the flower bid end. Thank you, Karen. So Fancy Raya Starlight, congratulations. Remind me if you've purchased from me before with a different screen name. If you haven't, do make sure and email me your information. I didn't even put my email up there. I do have it pinned in the top of the chat. So it's HackworthA12@gmail.com. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much and congratulations. Okay, yes, you have. Okay, all right. If you just want to send it to me again, that way it's fresh in my email. That way it's much easier for me to find it on Friday when I go to do invoicing. Thank you so much. Okay, what do we have next? Oh, I have my other piece of jewelry next, and this is pretty cool. I couldn't really find out much information about this, truth be told. I know I've seen other brooches very similar in this style, but I could not find this particular one. All right, so let me get it up here. So this is going to start at 16. I just think it's cool. Now, I believe it's celluloid. And it is just this really cool bird brooch. It's very deco. It gives me deco vibes, very much so. And it has a pearly finish to it. It has kind of pops of green, blue, and peach inside of the bird. And then it's got this really cool, like, starburst sunray. I'm not sure the backer of that. And it all has kind of like a pearly finish to it. There's no maker mark, no stamping or anything on it. Christina, I see you. Thank you so much. And it's definitely three-dimensional. The bird kind of comes off with that one wing and a little bit off the back. So back here on the back, I'm going to take my little jewelry thing off. It does have just a simple C clasp for here. It does not have a safety clasp. The pin back is in good working condition, but it just has a simple C clasp back here on the back, which, you know, kind of is in the era that I'm thinking that it's in. All right. And it's kind of, the bird is kind of riveted onto this backer disc. So it's a larger, I would say it's larger, like in comparison to the rhinestone one that I had earlier. You know, it's a large one. Measurement for it, it's 2¼ inches round at the round part, and with the bird extending, the little wings there, makes it 2¾ I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. I've seen some other kind of celluloid animals kind of in this style with the pearly finish, but I've not seen the bird one. So Christina, I see you. Thank you so much. So let me get it back up here. But that's about all I can tell you. I don't know a maker for it. I wish I had some more information on it, but I just thought it was cool. I really liked it. There's this jewelry lady that has an entire booth of amazing jewelry at the Collectors Carnival. She's got high-end costume jewelry. She's got bakelite. She's got turquoise. She's got coral. And then she's got all sorts of different kind of brooches that are laid out too. So I love it. All right. So Christina, I see 18. It does. Yes, I got that too. It reminded me of Hunger Games. I definitely got that same instantly when I saw it. All right, so let's count it down. We are looking for 19 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bit end. And it does not have a tiny rhinestone for the eye. It's just kind of darker gray paint that's in there. I want it to be a rhinestone, but it's not. Okay. All right, there is that bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Gail was in at 19, but Christina came back in there with a 20. So Christina, congratulations. It is yours. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right. I think we're on to our last round, and I will do a quick recap after this one. All right. And for my last round, I have some baby deer. I have a pair. This is for the pair, not for choice. I did find them together, so I feel like they need to stay together. All right. So last round is for some miniature deer. Just cute, especially if you don't have a lot of room for the bigger figurines. I love the minis, so I always look for them. I also would like to have a printer's tray. Sadly, I do not have a printer's tray to hang on the wall, but I always think that that would be fun to fill with just little tiny things. So these are, I don't think these are not bone china. They are ceramic. Not the smallest miniature deer that I've seen or have in my personal collection either. But looks like just, I don't know, they're just sweetly painted. Spots on both of them. We'll turn this one around to the back. So they all have good paint on them. No marking on either one. Not sure of a manufacturer for them. Tina, I see you, and Ashley, I see you as well. Thank you so much. They're just cute. The one that is standing is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4 tall, and the little one that is laying down is 2 inches by 1.5 tall. Not really any kind of issues that I can tell you about with them. No leg repairs, and the cold paint appears to be in really good shape on them. I had some other deer things tonight, so I thought I'd bring these guys too. All right, so let's count these guys down, and then we'll get to our recap, and then we'll call it a night. All right, let's count these down. We're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right, Tina, I see you just in case. And there is the bid end. All right, so Fancier Starlight had a 20 for the highest bid, but Tina did come in there with a just in case. So Tina, they are yours for 21. Thank you so much. All right, Tina, I haven't sent you happy mail in a long time. Yay. Okay. All right, so we're going to do recap. I have a few things to bring back for the second time, just in case you're thinking about something, or maybe you weren't here at the beginning. All right, so let's see. So the first thing I have was the Joseph Originals. All right, we'll get her back up here. So the first Joseph girl that I showed, dressed in yellow. All right, she was the cake girl. So she's from the Recipe Girl series. Again, a harder to find series. And she was 24. So if you want to claim her, she is 24. You can put in cake 24. I do believe she's baked a cake or a pie. Only issue with her is a tiny little flea bite right there on the edge of her hat. And she does have a bow at the back side. No Joseph foil sticker, but it is stamped Joseph Originals. So you can type in cake 24 if you want to claim her. And then I had for the choice of polka dot critters, I had two. I had the squirrel friend and the doggo in the polka dots. So little doggy here has the little flea bite on the ear, and the little squirrel has a tiny flea bite or a little chip on his foot there. Both relatively good shape though. Made in Japan, polka dot critters. These were 14 each. If you want to claim one of those, it can be puppy or dog 14 and squirrel 14 if you want to claim either one of those. And then I had the other Joseph lady. And this one, very hard to find, difficult to find series. She is called the Girl with the Diamond Pendant. No notable issues with her at all. Great condition on her. She is from 1967. Commands a high value. I did find her at a good deal, so that's why she is only $40. If you want to claim her, you can put in Diamond 40. Diamond 40 if you want to claim her on the Joseph Originals. All right, and I think that was everything that didn't find a home. So a reminder, you guys, if you weren't here when I started, that Jason and I have a sale tomorrow night here on my channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, Fantastic Finds, Jason and Mother Tucker's Antiques. So if you purchase anything tonight and you come over to our sale tomorrow night, I'm happy to combine ship if you purchase anything tomorrow. I will be doing all of my invoicing on Friday this week. So I will just email you when your invoice is out there on Friday. And it will have a link in it, whether you need it or not. But I just send it just in case you do. So thank you so much, Karen G, for being my bid ender. Thank you, Kim, for helping out in the chat tonight. Thank you, Jason, for being in the chat tonight and helping out as well. Appreciate you guys so much. And thank you all for hanging out. And have a wonderful rest of your week. And hopefully we'll see you at Fantastic Finds tomorrow night. All right. Have a good rest of your evening, everyone. Bye.